Welcome back to a fresh episode of Missin Curfew. Up dog, my man.
The big fella.
How we doing, baby?
Doing good.
Good weekend?
I had a great weekend. As on my Instagram, little family time. Our nanny is currently in Italy enjoying wine, as you well know.
Lily.
And food. Lily. We miss you, Lily.
Lily, get back here.
Did the air show.
I got the air show right here.
I brought Izzy to the air show. She was making sandcastles and stuff with her headphones on, but she...
I saw a fucking cute picture of Izzy sitting on a soccer ball or something.
Yeah, she had her first soccer practice.
Wow, did she look cute sitting on that soccer ball?
I mean, the whole parent thing is great. So it's all these different, mountains you climb and experiences you get to have with your kid. And the one I've really been enjoying now is, seeing how she likes to, play different sports or what she likes to do. And so this was her first soccer practice. Coach Nate, he was out there teaching them to sit on an egg like a chicken. So that was what she was doing.
All right.
There.
Well, then she had mission accomplished.
And she went and scored 2 goals, where they just had to go one-on-one with the net, and she just buried it in there.
Did she celebrate?
I got the soccer net in the front yard for her.
Did she celebrate like her dad, or what?
I celebrated harder than she did. Yeah, I was pretty pumped for her. But no, it's cool just to see how they interact. And now, I played soccer as a kid, so I'm trying to push these things on her, right, to see what sticks. And I think soccer.
How do you think you're going to be she's too young now, but as she gets older, and then as Beckham gets older, and you're going to be now the parent on the sidelines at the rink. Are you going to be calm, cool, and collective? Are you going to get on the refs, or you'll just see how it plays out?
I think you got to right now. You kind of got to promote the game to them and cheer them on from the sidelines, or they're just gonna sit there and pick grass and they'll be just hanging out, right? You want to be okay, run, Izzy, run, or kick the ball, pass it. It's common sense that these kids are just gonna be little space cadets out there.
I was sitting down picking grass at Ohana Fest, but for different reasons.
Picking grass and rolling it. Roll it.
I think I was rolling around in the grass at one point, but
yeah. So anyway, so the soccer was great, and then it was a full weekend with her. But we brought her to the air show, and shout out to my a friend of ours and a guy that loves the pod. We came to our Vegas setup last year for the All-Star game. Daniel Katz,
great guy.
He's basically top motherfucking gun. He's Maverick. He's fucking badass. Leads the group of Thunderbirds out there, the 5 guys that just fly around and.
Yeah, they were buzzing
awesome.
by my place all day Saturday. I don't know if they were looping around, but I would hear them and I would go out and watch them.
Yeah.
And then they had some big boy planes out there too, though, right? Actual.
They do. The craziest thing of the whole weekend. So it's basically 4 hours of different 30-minute shows, and the craziest one is the Red Bull helicopter. That fucking guy. This is nuts. He's going up and coming down, free falling, doing flips in the air in a helicopter. The helicopter's not supposed to do that.
No.
This guy does it for a half hour, and it blows your mind to watch. But, it's America flexing their power, these fucking F-16s just bombing over, and a bunch of boats out in the water. And Tommy and Stacy, shout out to them, our friends here, Tommy got, they had a brand new boat, 75 feet. So they hosted a bunch of us Sunday
75-footer,
It's massive. We were watching football in there. I had the iPad with the direct TV stream to the TV, and
nice.
Then we watched the shows up from the top deck. It was killer. And these the way the boats are out there, it's a city of little boats, but the planes are legit right over your fucking head.
Oh yeah. On Saturday, I went for my morning walk on Ocean before I had first swim, and on Ocean Boulevard, where you're coming out of Newport Harbor. I've never seen so many boats heading towards Huntington. It was they looked like the 405. They were just fucking all humming out to Huntington to watch the air show.
Yeah, so it was great. It was a nice way to spend an afternoon in Huntington Beach. They do a good job down there. We we parked and had drinks at Paseo, which is right in the middle of it all.
Yeah.
So the pickup family there had a nice little setup for the boys.
The pickup family, they are something special.
So,
I missed you at Ohana Fest this year. We went down, PJ, myself, Joe D, Loops, Pico, Jack White, man. I'm fucking telling you up, dog. This guy is a rock star. He played for an hour. He played all his bangers. He ended with 7 Nation Army. And I love Eddie. And listen, every time I see Eddie without Pearl Jam, there's a part of me that just wants Pearl Jam. And it's no disrespect to Eddie. Eddie was great, but for him to follow Jack White, I almost, for the first time ever, almost felt a little bad for Eddie. I was like, fuck, if you're not going to bring it here. And he didn't really bring it early. He brought it late. But Jack had set the tone that everyone after that concert was like, holy shit. It's been a while since I've seen him live.
Totally.
The way he plays that guitar, It was insane.
I heard Stevie Nicks played a great show Friday too. Like
I heard she sounded amazing.
And again, you're down on the beach. But Jack White might even be a guy that it's could be a little intense for the setting and maybe what Eddie wants there. Like Eddie is like he plays his uke. He's a ukulele. He's doing basically a what do you call it? Fucking acoustic set.
Yeah.
Jesus, I can't even talk. It's that indica still in my system from last night.
Lingers.
So, yeah, it does, right? Lasting effect.
Lingers.
I'd swim this morning.
Someone get a coffee here for fun.
So it was. I'm sure it was a great time. I'm sure Ohana Fest killed. It looked like a great crowd.
The drummer for the Chili Peppers, Chad Smith, is that his name?
Chad Smith, yeah.
Fuck, is he a legend? He had a backwards Dodgers hat on that Binger would have loved, but he had this like one-piece silver outfit with the sleeves cut off, and he was just fucking up there. I was getting him. I guess I was feeding off of his energy.
Yeah,
like,
as you should.
He's such a veteran. He was bringing it. And then the one guitar guy, I think he hung out on the bus at Bonnaroo back in the day.
He did, yeah.
What was his name?
He played an hour set in our tent at Bonnaroo 1 year. Danny Clinch brought him in. Andrew Watt, who's like now he wins awards every year for producing. He's like Ozzy Osbourne's stepson. I think Ozzy took care of this kid when he was young. And he's like with the Jane's Addiction bassist Chris Chaney. So that's a sick band, the Earthlings. That's who Eddie probably brought out, right?
Yeah, I think he did. I was on a different planet at that time. I'm not gonna lie to you. And
Who
you know
was the
what?
drunkest guy?
Fuck, I don't know. Me or PJ probably. Shout out to Manchester Orchestra too. I don't know if anyone's ever seen them.
I like them.
They're fucking great live.
Yeah,
they
I
brought
like them a lot.
They brought it. They were great. And then Sunday night, Pink played. I would have liked to go and see Pink actually.
A lot of babes there.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of babes. You and Binger could have went. Two single guys. Just mix it up. Huh?
Hey, Binger, do some damage at the Pink concert, eh, fella? Hey, butts. Man, we gave this one guy, we had a rolled up doobie or whatever, and our buddy Pico hands it to this like hippie looking motherfucker. And I'm like, after he had it back, I'm like, throw that one out. Like, we are not smoking that one again. Like, we got to draw a line here somewhere. No, like, maybe I was wrong, but I'm like, come on. The guy was a nice guy, but like, he had looked like, he had been putting hand sanitizer on there for.
No.
Is that a bad play, Binger, or like do I should have just let the doobie
He's probably
keep going?
lipping the thing too, right?
Lipping
I was about to say he was probably lipping it.
He was lipping it. I had to step in there.
You don't want to share with someone who lips it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, and when you pass the doobie back, like, is it that hard to understand? Like, just
put it on my tape.
Put the fingers there and put your lips over your own fingers.
Yeah.
Don't be licking my doobie.
You're not trying to deep throat the doobie. You're just trying to smoke it.
But it's only right at a concert that the doobie goes around and around to people, right?
Yeah.
That's what it's there for.
Courtesy.
Usually, I think it's like just standard concert protocol to just have one puff of the doobie and pass it on.
Keep it moving.
Just keep it moving, right?
Plus, you don't want to take too many puffs. So next thing you know, you're too cooked.
You don't want to be
You're
too
like,
cooked
Christ,
either.
I'm too
Oh,
cooked.
see, I'm a puff pass.
Puff, pass.
Puff pass.
And then you give it to the one guy who's just like, he just pretends like he puffs it and passes it on. You're like, come on, bud.
have a pull.
Have one.
Have a pull.
Have it. It's Eddie.
Do you remember how many doobies you'd roll up in the Bonnaroo bus when we first landed? This is bigger. This is pre like weed stores where you get pre-rolled. Like we flew in private one year, so we had some weed with us, and you must have spun up. It's 50?
Well, you had to. Me and Pete.
Like right when we got in there, you spun him up. Like this guy could roll the sickest doobie, National League doobie.
You had to.
It was unreal. So Updog Ohana Fest, we missed you, but if anyone who lives around this area, check it out next year. Eddie does a great job there. Weekly NFL. We both won our fantasy. Congratulations, you're on the board.
I'm on the board. 1 and 3.
You did say to me last week at lunch, you said, or after podcast or something, you said, Obi, I feel like my team's going to bust loose.
I'm
did
due for a
with
break.
180 points or something you got, right?
179 points.
Wow.
Come on, baby.
Good week. I beat Fact Daddy. Fact Daddy, I beat you. Russell Wilson stunk again, but I still somehow won. Who did he have?
I'll tell you what my my go-to guy is my tight end, Hawkinson from fucking Detroit Boys. He went off. He went 38 points.
What?
Yeah.
How are you? Jared Goff's just been launching the ball to him.
Jared Goff's been launching the ball to him and the other team.
That doesn't hurt me, though.
I got Caller Mac Daddy this week. Let's go to the league standings. I'm in second behind Shenner, Updog. All right, you're down there in eighth, but you're hanging in there. You're hanging in there. A lot of football left.
My team's good. Eckler finally had his first 3 touchdowns. You got to like that. It's promising. He's my 4th overall pick.
What's going on with your Rams, Binger? I took the 49ers last night. Just hammered the 49ers.
I don't think they've beaten the Niners in the regular season. I think they're 0-10 now against the Niners in the regular season.
Now, just in San Francisco or
Regular season.
even in LA?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Wow.
I'll double check, but I don't really
You
want
can't
to
play
double
Binger. You got
check.
to do a little research there, fella.
I just bet with my,
Hey, you gave me Kansas City, though, on Sunday night. I appreciate it. I was sitting there on my couch, just ordered some dinner, and I didn't know who to take. I'm like, it feels like Mahomes. Tampa just had a hurricane, but I don't know. It's Tom Brady and Bucs defense. I don't know. And you're like, Kansas City in the over, and I just took Kansas City, so thank you. Thank you.
You're
for
welcome.
that.
I have Mahomes.
He
The
played.
Mahomes, Kelsey.
He played like, I don't know. That was crazy how good he played.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay's defense could be the best in the league, or top 5 for sure, and he just dominated.
I would say San Fran's, after watching that game last night, they're up there, and Dallas. Dallas has great D.
They let the dogs out.
I hate watching teams with their D like that, especially when I bet with the other team.
Yeah. But don't you
They
like
just
it when
get smothered.
Dude, I had the Cowboys a couple Sunday nighters ago against the Giants, and I was watching that Cowboys defense and loving every second of it. I'm like, this Daniel Jones, if he gets out of here alive, it'll be a miracle. Like when they're just hunting him all day. And Staff, I love Staff, but the Niners last night, they were all over him. All over him.
And his center gets hurt.
Look at this.
Thank you.
Delivery.
Thanks, Sam.
Wow.
That's right off the Keurig. That's hot. Thank you, Sam.
What a sweetheart.
By the way, Matt Stafford, his center going down last night. The guys were
it
just,
hurts. It hurts.
Did the other guy ever play a game before?
First time playing.
I think you could have done a better job snapping the ball back and just giving it a
I could be a good offensive lineman right now, I think. In the CFL for sure. 100%. Up, dog, serious news here. Tua Tagovailoa. Is that how you say it? How do you say his last name?
Just call him Tua.
I know, but I want to try to butcher it.
Binger, help him out here.
Obes, give it another shot.
Tua Tagovailoa.
I don't even know. I'm
Tua
not going to
Tagovailoa. Can you use it as a sentence, please?
He also has
Binger,
him
how
on
the
his.
fuck do you say
He's
it,
got
Bing?
him on his fantasy team too, by the way.
Ah, fuck, I know. How do you say it, Bing? Maxie?
Tagovailoa.
Tagovailoa. Tua. As Collins would say, Tua. Well, Tua's fucking in one.
Yeah, he is.
And listen, this is serious. This is serious. I want to get into this with you because concussions are serious in any sport. I didn't think he should have played because it was a short week. If it was a normal week where he comes back on a Sunday and wants to play after coming back from what he said was a back injury, but to play him on the road in Cincy, where they probably weren't going to win that game no matter what, you're 3-0, let him sit out, go with Terry Bridgewater. It was a bad look for the NFL up dog. I know you texted me right after, like there's no way he should have been playing. The guy, the doctor got fired. The neurologist got fired. I told you someone was going to lose a job over
Shocker.
it. He got fired.
Yeah.
Chris Collinsworth said, sorry, real quick. Chris Collinsworth said the same thing. He's like, I'm not going to pretend I'm an expert, but it's got to pass the eye test. So if you're an NFL fan like me and you, we see Tua fucking stumble around. He's right back out there and then playing Thursday. It's just not a good look.
Pass the eye test.
Yeah.
I told you, and I thought we might have had it on air last episode, but we are talking back and forth. Maybe it was about me trying to get Tua from your fantasy team and them beating Buffalo, our squad, and me saying there's no way Tua was allowed to come back or should have came back after what was an apparent back injury when he's falling back on his head, obviously, and then falling into his teammates' arms, trying to get back to the, and then they take him off for a quarter. They put him back in, and yes, he throws a touchdown, throws a game-winning touchdown. But to me, that right there was the look of, okay, like we're higher than the player's safety.
Yeah.
We obviously just talked to him, but you know how it is. Like, I've been hitting the head a lot. I've gone face first into the boards where I've kind of blacked out, but lucky for me, I never had like these symptoms of immediate concussion like symptoms. So I never like got to the bench and fell over or, so hard to say I wasn't going to pass a protocol test. And I've done lots of protocol tests in my day. Just now, I think we spoke about this, but in the NHL now, if you get hit in the head, there's a spotter up there that grabs you, tells your trainer to grab you off the bench, do the test. I think that might have happened to me once or twice. Killed the test, back out there. This, situation now will set a major benchmark for how the NFL has to treat these. Like you said, people are getting fired. I think there's going to be lawsuits out of the yin yang, depending on how Tua comes back from this. If he comes back, if he's ever healthy again, or what happens if he comes back in 4 weeks and one hit and he's done again? Yeah. That's 3 in a year. That's where things really get serious. And the lawsuit will start 2 weeks ago when he first got hit, and everyone in the middle of this, and unfortunately there's going to be a lot of people get dragged through the mud. I hope this is a case where a young guy can battle back from, this head injury. We've seen concussions affect a lot of people differently. Chris Pronger, for example, was
Willie Mitchell. I saw Mitchie in Vancouver, dark room for
6 months.
Yeah, man.
It's bad.
I felt bad for him. We've Loops. I saw Loops in Cincinnati. I didn't see him for a month. Sitting in his room with concussions. And you mentioned protocol, and I'll just say this about it. Like, you got to protect the player from himself, right? Now, no one's ever going to accuse me for being the smartest guy in the room. But when I would go to training camp at the start of the year and I did my percussion protocol, I would get some wrong on purpose, thinking, hey, if down the line here I do get a conky in a big game, and I got to come back in here and nail this test, I don't want to set the bar too high here.
I can't spell that word.
Yeah. I'm like,
I can't spell canoe. How do I spell that?
I don't know what that is. So I would, I hope I'm not getting myself in trouble here or something. But I would, not intentionally not do the protocol.
You're not the only guy.
Yeah, exactly. So
you're not the only guy.
Exactly. So my point being is we got to do whatever we can as ex-players. We know this. Protect the player from himself. Say, Tua, you ain't playing. You're fucking done. Have a seat, brother.
Totally.
That's all it is.
Yeah, you're still getting paid.
You're still getting paid.
A lot of guys see, and this is another thing. A lot of guys are in a situation, Obi, where they're not getting paid guaranteed money. Yeah. And they're going to get back in there if they can't even see straight. Their eyes could be crossed. They're still
I remember.
And that's, you're saying protecting the player.
I remember in Denver, I was on a 1-year deal, and I got fucking popped. I forget who popped me. Somebody popped me. It might have been Chris Stewart or somebody. And I was sitting in the room in Denver for a month, if you're sitting across from me and the lights hurt my fucking eyes, and I remember my dad called me after one game and said, why aren't you fucking playing physical? Like, you're not hitting anyone. I said, Dad, I'm just trying to get through this. Like, there's something wrong with me, but I don't want to come out of the lineup. I got a good season going. I'm on a 1-year deal. And then finally I came out of it, but there was probably a month and a half there where I should have been playing. But for me, I was like, fuck that. I'm staying in the lineup. I got a good thing going here. So that's where you got to protect the player from himself.
No, it's a real thing. And our superstars in our sports, a lot of younger kids right now, we have got to protect them, right? It's they lead these sports into, expansion. See it, worldwide. We want Sidney Crosby's and we want Connor McDavid's to be playing. And when Sid gets knocked out of playoffs, it affects the whole team, but at the end of the day, like, when you leave this game of hockey, man, you leave with your health. You leave with, like, the relationships you make. You leave with hopefully great memories and great experiences. But, your head, man, it's serious. You don't want to.
Totally.
And if you can prevent it by just getting the right amount of rest and the right amount of care and the right people around you just giving you the right guidance when these pressures as a player come upon you.
Exactly.
Right? So.
And you mentioned Sid, and Sid went through it a lot early in his career. He had concussion problems. He was out. Remember, he got hit by Steichel in the Winter Classic.
Whole year.
Yeah. So he's been through it. So Tua, I feel like he's feeling better, but everyone will learn from that. Last thing on NFL, Bills won. Thank God. They were down 17-0. I'm like, I think I jinxed his team.
I had the Bills to win.
Thank God they came back.
But I had them to win by. I had them to win by 3, and they got down all the way and kicked the field goal. But I just, there's a gutsy win. On the road, bad weather, terrible first half. I mean.
Terrible.
They were 3 and out. I think the first.
Allen threw a pick the first drive. I was like, here we go.
Then he threw another one tipped too, and it almost get. But I like Balti. I think they're close. They need to have that, like, fucking step on their neck and end them type mentality, right? Like they're missed. It's a couple games now that they're up and they blow these leads.
Yeah, it was a big win. I was happy they won. Like I said, I'm like, fuck, I think I jinxed the Bills' whole squad here. So big win for them. Up dog, our Blue Jays, they're in. Home field advantage. It looks like they're going to play the Mariners starting Friday. Come on, Chappie. Let's go Blue Jays.
The Mariners are I think it's Tampa. Is it going to be
looking
Tampa?
like Tampa?
It looks like Tampa.
Right now, Tampa.
Who do they want to play? How's that? Who's better? Mariners, they just got in the playoffs for the first time in fucking the longest streak in sports history, I think.
The longest active streak, it was.
Wow.
I would say it doesn't matter, though. Either or, they're going to beat both of them.
Fucking right.
Now, if they had to go on the road, I'm hammering the Jays. If they had to go on the road, I would say I'd rather play Seattle than Tampa because historically, the Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg has not been good to the Jays. But I think the Jays,
the dome, it's stupid dome.
I think at home they're gonna beat whoever. Yeah. Did San Diego get in?
We did.
Wow.
Oh, congrats.
Wow.
You're gonna get absolutely worked by the Dodgers. Doyers.
The Mets blew it. The Mets,
Do the Dodgers play the San Diego? Will they? Same league?
Dodgers have a first-round bye.
Dodgers won
course.
110 games.
They did.
We clinched like 2 months ago.
Yeah, I know.
So if we would have bet the Dodgers every game,
I got a Dodgers hat. I also got a Phillies hat. I'm going to wear that.
Phillies in.
Don't you wear the Phillies hat?
Phillies in.
What was that?
Do we get some broads on
We
there?
got girls back there? What's going on back
girls
there?
Back there?
Come on, girls.
What's going on back there? I just heard a girl on the.
I'm excited for postseason baseball. Jays are in up, dog. I wanted to give a quick shout out on our intro to our boy Dylan at Salt.
Oh,
This guy's great.
by the way, he
Yeah.
texted me
This
and I
guy's
was like,
awesome.
"You're getting a massive shout out today on the
This
pod."
guy's awesome.
Salt Shades, everyone. SALT.
Check these shades out. They're National League. He takes care of the boys. He's a Ducks fan. I told him I'm going to take him to a game. Pick a game. I'll take you to a game, fella. He gave me an unbelievable deal on these shades.
Nice.
Yeah. And you know how I am with shades. I lose them left, right,
I'm so bad with shades.
I know why. Is it just
I don't know that and wallets and just cell phones. And,
wallets?
I lose
You
everything.
got to hang out of that wallet.
huh?
You got to hang out of that wallet.
It's tough. I've lost like 3 in the last year.
Have you?
3, and then obviously phones. Those are.
What would you rather lose, or what would you want to not lose more, phone or wallet? What hurts more? You wake up in the morning, you had a few the night
wallet
before.
does, 'cause now I
there's
don't
no-
have a license. I haven't had a license for like 4 months since I got back from Aspen. No license. I've been carrying around my green card.
Oh wow!
And now my
that's
wallet. Now
risky.
that my wallet broke the other day, now I'm just not carrying around anything. I'm going with Apple Pay. How's that?
So what happens if they pull you over? You got a picture of your license?
Yeah, I got it in the Dropbox.
Yeah, there you go. You're fine then.
Can't really see my face or my birthday on there, but
Yeah, as long as you can just be like, hey, boys.
show them the hockey
Show,
card.
yeah, Google it. Yeah, I
Have
used
you ever
play
tried to
hockey.
get into a club with the hockey card because you didn't have an ID?
No, I used to try to get in the club with my NHL card though. Remember when you first got your NHL card when you made the league? You're
Like, what if they think back to when like some stickler at the door is trying to like ID you for your age, and you're fucking probably 30 years old, but you're like, buddy, I don't have it, and you're like, I'm in board shorts. I'm trying to get in mutts. I'm in board shorts and fucking t-shirt here, bud. No shoes. Like, let me in. And he's like, and then you're just like, look, you want to see something? All right, here's my fucking, see this?
Yeah.
Google Images, like the birthday's right there. Have you ever had to do that?
You know what? I tried to do that. Actually, it's funny you say that. I was at this place in Orillia in Ontario called Casino Rama, and I was locked in my room and I didn't have my ID. So the girl at the front, I'm like, hey, listen, I pulled out a hockey card off my phone. I was like, hey, this is me. Like, I felt kind of like an idiot, but
Yeah.
and it didn't work.
It didn't work.
No, she's like, you got to get your ID. I'm like, fuck up. I had to go with the security guard, get my
You're
fucking
like,
ID.
here's 20, bud.
Here's a toonie, bud. Let me in my fucking
Here's a
room.
toonie. Fuck.
Dylan at Salt, you're the man, buddy. Our guest today, the Golden Muzzy. He was on NHL Network. He's a big fantasy guy. We're going to talk some fantasy hockey with him. He was with our girl, Jackie Redmond, wearing the fella shirt, the Golden Muzzy. He's a beauty, Nick. He'll be on here today, but that was cool, him wearing the fella shirt.
Yeah.
I thought that was a classy move.
Like bright color, maybe. It's a good shirt.
It did look good on him.
Did we send him that or did he buy that?
I sent it to him.
Nice work.
Yeah, so we didn't make any money off it, but at
That's
least we're getting
okay.
some free advertising. So.
It's all about just the love. Just spread the love.
Spread the love. Up, dog, your birthday week also.
Oh,
I can't wait for it, buddy.
Dougie, wait.
Yeah,
39.
39, bud. We got a couple big days
I
for you.
still think I can play. I'm feeling pretty good.
Are you?
Yeah, I want to get out there.
I
So
watched
when are we gonna go skate?
watched
My
a
brother, I gotta say, my fucking poor Brento.
What's going on?
He popped his knee the other day. Same knee.
Playing
hurt.
hockey?
Yeah, men's league. Brento, fuck.
That's
Hang
why
in there.
That's why you don't play.
Hurt his knee again, and he's coaching. He's coaching his oldest daughter Emma. I said you can still get out there and do the drills with the girls. Like you're not going to be able to, you're not going to be able to go full tilt, stop starts, but
Yeah,
you're
you'll
going to
be
be able
toe-dragging.
to like the 3 on. I like to coach 3-on-3 at the end of practice and
Yeah.
throwing sauce, taking a couple one-timers on the goalies. I mean, you're
Yeah,
still
you can
going to
get
be
out
able to
there.
do that.
You can get out there.
But I think it's, if it is his ACL again, probably has to get her fixed. That sucks.
That's
So
brutal.
I and Brento
That's why.
We're
hey,
thinking
that's
about it.
why you don't want to play hockey right there, bud.
Well, I know.
Hey,
Well, that's why I didn't.
Yeah,
That's why I
like,
stopped playing.
Yeah,
But I fucking
imagine
have the
getting
itch.
hurt and you couldn't play golf or you couldn't go.
Oh, it's be brutal.
That'd be brutal. So, up, dog. We'll get into your birthday next week. That was our intro. We will be right back.